How we doing, racers? We are getting ready for the Gran Turismo World Series for the Manufacturers Cup. I went ahead and signed on with BMW this time just to mix it up a little bit and see what they do. It seems like the cars are a little bit tail happy. I'm only messing with the one so far, but we'll see what else the GT3 vehicles have to offer. So I did buy up. They have three GT3 cars. One of them is the Z4 Coupe. One of them is, and then the other two are both M6s. But sometimes, like, I know with the Subarus, they allowed you to run the Impreza or the BRZ. So I don't know if it's necessarily something that they'll let me run any of those cars, but I like to buy them all just to see if what my options are. We got a couple seconds here before qualifying starts up. This pulls, if you're in practice, it pulls you out right away, so I don't know why it's got that warm-up session. If you guys know, leave a comment below, because I'm definitely curious. And I did not check the rules. Or the laps. It was only allowing for medium tires, so I don't know how I hit that every time. So I was noticing on practice that this area right here, I had a tendency to kick the back end of this car out. I believe this might be the M4. I'm not sure if it's the M4 or the M3. I can't remember which one's the sedan and which one's, like, we're in the sedan. Back when I was more into BMWs, the M3 was both models. I think the M4 is the two-door, if I remember correctly. Oh. Placement of this penalty messes us up for our first qualifying lap, which isn't good. Now, if we can run the Z4, it's actually built on the same chassis as the Supro, or the Supra's built on the same chassis as the M4, which is a little bit more correct. So it'd be kind of fun to see those two cars competing against each other, because the chassis is the same. having to be a little bit delicate with the throttle here. I have found with Gran Turismo, I have a tendency to like the engine in front of me. So that's part of what pushed me to go back to the front engine layout in this current season. So last couple seasons I've been running mid-engine cars with the engine behind me. Like I had the Acura and then I went to the Ferrari. I was considering Porsche as an option too. It's a company I really like. But that's going all the way to a rear engine on the 911. Hey, how you doing? I don't know that I have the power to get around this Honda. It's not gonna matter. I'm doing well. How are you tonight? So we ended up in 12th. That's not so great, but new car. And it's a track I haven't really been playing around on, so I'm not too upset about that. I don't see any other BMWs at the moment. It is the M4. I thought the M4 was a two-door only. Maybe I have that backwards. Okay, so we got 15 laps. You want to definitely check your ruling before getting out there. I don't see anything in terms of mandatory pit stops. Tire wear 2 times. Fuel consumption. Light damage. We don't even have fuel. Okay. Well, that's just for qualifying. Okay. Regular fuel is at 1 time. So, I don't think we'll have to pit. Oh, it says minimum pit stops 1, so yeah, we will have to pit. Okay. We'll try to see how the race starts. I would imagine this car could go 15 laps on a one-time fuel usage without having to pit. So we may want to pit early. All right. Mario. Back marker. That's funny. All right. During practice, I had a tendency to slip up a little bit and get the back end to kick out, so I'm going to do my best to keep this thing under control. This mirror is like really close to me, so it's difficult to look at. Now in GT4, the WRXs are all-wheel drive, which gives them an advantage. GT3, everything is, you know, a rear-wheel drive vehicle, so. And I would think the Acura might have the front end, you know, where they're hybrids in real life, so I don't know how they deal with that in the race setup. If they get that hybrid setup in the GT4 class with the front wheel drive assist. I assume they do, but I don't know actually. We got one guy in the pit already, so let's try to look at our 70 laps on our fuel. We got plenty of gas. I think I may dip in at the end of this lap, give us a clear track. That'll be bad if the weather doesn't hold up, but I don't suspect that we're going to run into any kind of rain or anything either. Go ahead and put some new rubber on. I don't even know if I need to put rubber on. We might even be able to just get by with a stop and go, but at this point we're putting on tires. Oh, I crossed the line. Unbelievable. The GTR is, of course, all-wheel drive as well. We're going to see the Ferrari shooting by us here in just a second. With that early cross penalty. We should have a weight advantage over the GTR just because we don't have the all-wheel drive system, but I don't know how well the balance of power system works in this game. I know it has a tendency to give advantages, and you know, even though the whole intent is to remove that, but GT3 isn't normally the concern anyway, or GT4 is not the concern. GT3 is usually where you end up with the majority of the races. The one thing I miss with swapping into VR is the normal display has more information on where the other drivers are, including, you know, the fastest lap. So it gives you a better idea of how you're doing. So like we just put down a 119, and I'm hoping that's good. I don't know that it is. I have no reason to even suspect that. But it could be alright. It does look like we're losing, or, you know, getting left behind from the Ferrari and the Skyline, so I don't believe it's good. But I don't know how far off the pace we are either. We are halfway, or almost halfway through the race. I kind of saw that one coming. I was pushing through that. Oh man, I didn't expect a whole second. But we were bouncing around on the berms pretty hard there. This went in a little too fast. It looks like we're reeling in the GTR, which is nice. And although I'd like to get out of the 16th spot, I think if everyone else forgets to pit, that wouldn't really hurt us. They'd end up taking on a minute penalty. This is one of those tracks where the penalty zone really crushes you. It's right on the straightaway where you should be carrying a lot of speed, and we're just going to shed some right now. I think the BMW feels a little bit more difficult to drive than the Ferrari. But I'm actually enjoying it, so... Five to go. The GTR got around somebody. I almost whipped it there. Still no sign of rain. Got the McLaren behind us. We got a blue flag coming out. Now I used to try to get give these guys a nice amount of space, but I believe the car ghosts, so I'm not too worried about him. Maybe it doesn't do that in the C class, I don't know. Yeah, we're fine. And he did not pit, so he's gonna find out real quick. Oh, maybe not. Yep, 1 minute penalty. That takes my lap away. That kind of sucks. I don't know what lap or where I'll end up. I am currently I mean, he's going to be ahead of me anyway. Mercedes finished his lap. Or did his pit. I should be bouncing up here ahead of some of these guys. This is kind of a weird result. Maybe a lot of these guys ran through the pits. Did we get dead last? That sucks. All right, I guess that's where we ended. Not great. I guess our strategy didn't go out so well. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, we'll try better on the next one, or try harder. I don't know. But thank you, and have a great night.